Hey, welcome in or welcome back. This is Sound Wisdom Tarot. I'm Shannon Rose Scott, and this is your career reading. Let's get right into it, collective. I'd like to start with pulling a couple oracle cards to see what is the overall energy right now for your career. Okay, so here we go. Spirit guides, high divine, intergalactical beings, and angel guides, please help me connect to the spirit guides of my collective tuning in for this career reading. A reminder, collective, this is a general reading for the entire collective, so please only pick and choose what actually resonates with you, right? Tune into your own sound wisdom. Access your intuition to see which messages are indeed for you and which are actually for somebody else tuning in, okay? Don't try to force anything to fit. And if you are looking for a personal, unique reading dedicated to you and your energies alone, check out the description box below. I do offer personal privates. Okay, here we go. What does our collective need to know, please, Spirit? What does our, thank you, there we go. What jumped out here? Oh my goodness. Ooh, okay, collective. We have address your addictions. Address your addictions. So some sort of tie is getting in the way of your work. Now, the work itself could be your addiction. I'm picking that up for some of you. But for others, there's something that's getting in the way of you achieving your work career goals. Okay? And addiction doesn't always have to be the worst addiction possible. We are all addicted to something. Okay? And the energy is actually the same. So whether you're addicted to, literal substances, or whether you're addicted to watching TV, to scrolling through the internet, to eating too much cheese, right? Like there's lots of different types of things that distract us. So we'll find out more details as we get more into this reading. Thank you, Spirit. What else do we have? Yeah, you want to start focusing more on what you love. That will also help you address your addictions. So there's a difference between like some of you might be going, well, like I love the thing I'm addicted to though. But actually, do you really? Does it actually make you feel inspired, good, happy? I know in the past I've been addicted to many things. For example, one of them was cigarettes. I used to be a cigarette smoker. And cigarette smokers, like all addictions, you end up convincing yourself, brainwashing yourself to think that you like it. And one of the ways I got over that addiction to cigarettes was actually being mindful about how it actually made me feel while still engaging in the addiction, right? So I continued smoking as normally, but while I smoked, I made sure to actually pay attention to how it truly made me feel. The actual taste. The real effect afterwards, during and right immediately afterwards. I learned to discover, that the taste actually is horrible. Like smokers, we will tell ourselves, I'll say we because I did it before, we will tell ourselves that we like the taste, but actually the taste is awful. We tell ourselves it gives us more energy, but that is like for a moment. And then immediately after, it's that fall of energy again. I got really clear about that, like yearning to continue to keep having that cigarette, that need, that requirement, and the anxiousness that would come when I didn't have it. And so the more I became really mindful of what it was really doing to me, the more I was the more easily I was able to finally let it go. But I had to replace that time with something I loved, right? Because if you just take the addiction away without giving yourself something else, you're more likely to fail, right? And return back to the addiction. So I had to keep making sure I took breaks, because that was one of the things I liked about having a cigarette was, right, like having a break from work. And so I would keep taking the same breaks, but this time just appreciate nature, go for a walk, do something I loved. So you're being called right now to focus on the things that fill your heart, right? That help lift you up, that help give you that burst of self-love. Your spirit guides want you to pay attention to angel numbers. I like this. Here we have an image of a receipt, and on the receipt are all these special numbers like 1111, 1212. Notice the numbers around you. Right? Notice when you catch certain repeating numbers, especially like the 1111 or the 1212 or the 222 or the 333. (1111) is that symbol of love. 888 is the symbol of abundance. 222 is the symbol of partnerships. 333 is creativity. Look up the meanings of the angel numbers that you are seeing and pay attention. There's messages in that for you. You're also being called to balance things out right now. Yeah, finding both the time to rest, to play, to work, to achieve. Times to do nothing, times to be active. That is also part of the addiction, right? Keeping yourself too busy when you actually need time to rest and do nothing and deal with the feelings that are behind the addiction. Oh, and I love this. We have Firefly Wonder. Kind of like filling your heart with joy. Find the things that bring you wonder, right? That bring you a sense of delight, that make you feel magical again. Find the things in your job that remind you why you love it. Okay, and if you are looking for a new job, because I'm feeling like that's here for some of you, pay attention to the types of jobs that bring you delight, that fill your heart with joy. We're not meant to spend our days in despair, drudgery. We are here to play, to enjoy, to love our life. And I know that can feel hard when you're just trying to make ends meet or when there's different demands on your life. So sometimes it's just finding those little moments that can spark joy. All right, let's see what else here. Let's get into the tarot now, my friends, and see what these beginning oracle cards are really hinting at here. What's the main meat of our reading here? Spirit guides, please tell us, what does our collective need to know regarding their career? Their career, please, their career. Okay. Cards are spilling. Oh, wow. Okay, collective. Here we go. I'm going to start with these original cards that jumped out, and then we'll clarify. So you're being called, I like this, to find ordinariness, but to find the extraordinary in the ordinary. Okay, look at this beautiful card. We have an image of a person collecting flowers, right? And walking in this beautiful place in nature, where the trees are blooming in flower, the grass is green, it's a beautiful sky. And yet it's quite a simple thing, right? It's a simple thing, going out and just picking the flowers, being in nature. It's that, that cliche of take the time to smell the roses, Take the time to notice and appreciate around you. I was already hinting that before, right? In your opening energies, to look for the things that you love. Look for the things that make you feel inspired and magical. They're all around us. The flowers, the trees can be places of wonder. Right? Often we're surrounded by miracles, but we just forget to look at them. I was in a park yesterday, and I noticed at first I was a little distracted, right, by all the people in the park, by the people I was hanging out with and talking with. We were forgetting at first to just look around at the trees that were surrounding us. And this park was filled with the biggest, most beautiful trees. And it's like, right, take the time to appreciate what's here now. Every moment we can do that. Every moment. So the more you find the extraordinary in the ordinary, the more you're going to start healing some of this. Because this addictive energy that we all resonate with to some degree. Okay, so let's take any blame out. This addictive energy is from that societal pressure and expectation to keep wanting more, right? To keep going for the next best, bigger thing. Success is another type of addiction, right? Yearning for like something better. It's like constantly trying to like one up our lives, even just on our own. Even if we're not comparing ourselves to others, we're still just trying to always accumulate more experiences, bigger and better things. It's like, no, that feeds the addicted part of us. How can you appreciate the ordinary in your life? And you'll start finding that your life is actually more extraordinary than you thought. Your spirit guides want you to tune in right now as well. They want you to take a lot of time to tune into yourself. Again, finding what fills you with joy, not what all these voices around you tell you need. Right? What fills you with wonder? What do you need to do to balance your life? Here too, we have somebody who's, you could say they're working in this card of ordinariness. As they're picking the flowers, they're tending perhaps to the nature around them as well. They're tending their environment. They're spending time working. And here we need to spend time resting, tuning in, being still. This is especially essential for addressing addictions of all kinds, because we wouldn't have the addiction unless there was something we were hiding from, right? Some underlying anger or grief, something we were trying to fill that hole with. And so I understand it's not easy to be still and tune in, but it's what's required right now. Because you're about to make a big change. I feel like there's a big change coming in your way, in your life, for your career, for your work. There's a big change that's required. And until you take the time to tune in and actually be with the parts of yourself that are uncomfortable, you won't know which direction to go. My friends, if you struggle with taking time to sit and tune in to your own self, there are so many free videos here on YouTube that will teach you to meditate. And I do also offer that myself. You can check out my channel, my different playlists. But also, if you're interested in really going deep, I have an amazing self-paced course. It's the first module of my larger training in sound, but it's called Sound for Self, Co-Create Your Life. And it's all about learning how to meditate through a variety of different kinds of meditations and tools to help you tune into your inner voice. It's actually doing exactly this. And if you are looking for, like, if maybe you've tried meditation in the past and you're like, it didn't work for me, I feel like you just maybe didn't find the right tool yet. Okay, so that'll be in the description box below as well. But there's also lots of freebies available too. But find a tool that works for you, okay? Whether it's writing, drawing, walking in nature, and spending time with the trees. Perhaps it's sitting in front of a mirror and talking to yourself. What is your way of tuning in? Because you inside have this wealth of intuition, rumbling. I don't know if you could hear that thunder, but rumbling inside are these deep inner voice yearnings that want to be heard. You already know. You already have the answers you seek. You just have to tune in. Because coming up, we have these two cards. Coming up, you've got a choice to make. The Lovers. Okay, the Lovers represents choices. And you have a big choice coming. This is like a big life purpose kind of choice regarding your career, regarding your work. And yeah, you got to put your heart first. You got to put your heart into this choice and not choose from a place of addiction, right? Not choose from like maybe addiction to having, the most money or the most, the highest, what's the word I'm looking for? Where you're seen in a higher level, right? Like not from a place of like wanting the best position kind of thing, because that's not what really fills our hearts. That's all like money and status. That's the word I'm looking for. Status, money, they're not the goals we should be focusing on. Instead, we need to focus on what actually fills our hearts with joy. What makes us feel like we've found ourselves in our work, right? Who we really are. You want to find something that you can do with totality, okay? This is a time where you need to trust that the universe will have your back, okay? That the universe will catch you here. You need to be like this trapeze artist who's coming from one place and going to another. And yeah, you just gotta like leap, trusting that you'll be caught by the universe. You gotta leap and the net will appear. This is the kind of choice regarding your career you have to make where you don't have all the answers before you make the choice. It's like you gotta choose your heart without knowing exactly how it's all gonna turn out. This is where these angel numbers are going to come in handy. Okay, so when I feel like some of you are going to be faced with a a possibility of something you love, and you'll look at your watch and notice that it's 11:11 or 12:12 or 2:22 or 3:33. And that will be your confirmation. This is the right thing. Okay, let's keep going. Let's clarify this now. Show me, why is ordinariness here? Thank you. That's a lot of cards, but cool. All right, I'll take it. And why is turning in here? Why is turning in here, please, Spirit? Why is turning in here? Thank you. One card for that. Okay. And why are the Lovers in totality here? That came out quickly. All right, let's get it. So clarifying ordinariness, we have 4 cards. We have 7 of Cups, choices, and being confused about what choice to make. Let me start with this one. So if this is clarifying ordinariness, it's like, right, this is where it's really important to find the extraordinary in the ordinary, because it looks like right now you have a lot of different options, and some of them are a little flashier than others, right? But the flashy ones are sometimes that danger, right? That's like that jewel in the cave of wonders that we shouldn't take, right? Because not all choices right now that are open to you are actually good ones. Some of them are dangerous. Some of them have a snake in them. Some of them have a tornado. Some of them look like shiny money and awards and recognition. Some of them are love. Some of them are freedom. It's knowing which choice to take. And I think your advice here is, it's like the one that's more ordinary is what's going to lead to the extraordinary, instead of the ones that look special. You've got some 5 of Wands energy here too. So there's going to be a little bit of struggle regarding this choice. And in this case, I feel like it's an internal struggle. It's like you're fighting with yourself here, having a bit of a battle. But if you can make the ordinary choice, if you can choose the ordinary task, it's actually going to lead you to your Ace of Pentacles. This is money, abundance. This is like a big opportunity of abundance. But it's not going to start that way, right? It's just the idea of abundance. So beware of choosing the path that like right away is promising a lot of money. This is more that like slow burn, okay? This is a slow growth kind of one where you've got to put in some effort, some calm effort, but it will lead. It will lead to abundance of all forms. And in fact, it will lead to 4 of Wands, 11, 11, 11, 11. You know, this is the 11, card, symbolizing commitment, symbolizing like marriage. But because this is a career reading, it's like being married to your career in a good way, like having the career of your dreams, having the career of your heart that you've always longed for, and committing to it. There's going to be a little bit of struggle, right? Any relationship, anything worth having is worth working for. And it always requires that like healthy choice. That's why as well, it's really important that you tune in right now. And the card clarifying tuning in is our Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is quick energy. This is how like you want right now. I feel like this is what you want to do, but this is what you're being asked to do. Okay, there's a part of you that wants to like rush towards these shiny choices, but you'll be rushing the wrong direction. The Knight of Swords is always going the wrong way. Okay, it's like a fast-paced energy that's a bit like I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to do this. I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to like move forward. And it's like, no, no, no. You're being asked to sit right now in stillness and tune in. So be careful of finding yourself rushing towards something. That's that addictive kind of energy, right? I'm just going to rush towards it. I'm not going to think about it too much. I'm just going to rush towards it. No. Hold that horse back. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, because clarifying the lovers and totality, we have 9 of Cups, 6 of Swords, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, and the Emperor. Yes, indeed. I don't think this could get any better. Okay, so this, wow, if you can really tune in here now, if you can search for the ordinary, okay, and find the extraordinary in the ordinary. Choose wisely here based on love, based on your heart. Even if at first it's not that big amount of wealth coming right away, but building that wealth from potential. If you can leap towards what your heart really wants, trusting that the universe will help you provide it, you are going to have complete wish fulfillment regarding your career. 9 of Cups is the cups of being emotionally satisfied, having like done the work, right? But here, this finding the extraordinary in the ordinary, it is also that work. I mentioned before that this is also like doing the work. Here, you're now resting, right? So you got to do the work. You got to do that ordinary work, those steps by step, being a bit more measured instead of moving quickly towards success, doing the necessary work, and then you'll be able to rest with all of these cups of success behind you. And this will help you move on to calmer waters. Yeah, when you choose your heart, once you make that choice to choose the next step in your career that actually leads you to joy, it will take you sooner to calmer waters than if you went right away for the success or for the status or for the money. Following your heart will actually take you quicker to calmer waters. And this ordinary card is shown up again. So the 8 of Pentacles, the ordinariness card represents the same as the 8 of Pentacles. So here it's taking the time to focus on the details, right? To do the ordinary work of nurturing your work, of paying attention to those fine details. Because that's what's leading to your 10 of Pentacles. That takes us from this idea you have to having it be fruitful, okay? We go from 1 to 10. All the way from 1 to 10. So when you pay attention to this idea and work on it, you get abundance of all forms. This is complete and total abundance here. And then coupled also with the Emperor, it's like, yeah, you become the emperor of your life. But to sum up, it's going to take that tuning in. It's going to take that leap of faith towards choosing happiness, choosing your heart right now in your career. And of taking that time to be committed to your task. Okay, of allowing yourself to look for the joy and finding the extraordinary in the ordinary. I like this for you. I love this for you. I'd love to know, collective, how this has resonated for you. What has spoken to your heart? How has this reading inspired you? What leap of faith do you need to take? Let us know in the comment section below. I love to hear from my collective, and I do read every comment. So I look forward to seeing those comments below. I'll ask at this point for your subscription. Please subscribe to the channel. It really helps us all out here. And go ahead, hit that like button. Make sure you've hit the notification bell. And again, if you are looking for a more personalized reading, you can find that in the description box below as well. But if this is where we part ways, thank you for tuning in. You are the most important part of any reading. Thank you, Spirit, for helping me deliver the message. And until next time, keep tuning into your inner path, your inner wisdom. Ciao.